Smartphones are a brilliant invention. They function as our camera, our GPS, our flashlight, and even as our entire computer. App developers do their best to make user interface as simple and intuitive as possible.
To play music, roll your eyes. Message sent to Mom.
But sometimes it's easier to manage things with a physical controller. Meet Nimi and Boozy, the inventors of Pressy, a new way to control and automate your everyday smartphone actions. Pressy is a tiny physical button that connects to your headphone jack and sends unique signals to an intuitive app that can activate one of many commands. Here are some of the many things you can do with your Pressy. Take instant photos and upload them to your favorite social network. Turn on your LED light. Send your location for emergencies. Start a discreet tape recording.
Don't tell anyone, but I like bears.
Check into your favorite social network, and much more. Pressy is not just a one-trick pony. You can easily configure the Pressy app to execute different actions for different sequences of clicks. For example, 2 short clicks can call your mom, and 2 long clicks can call your dad. But what if you want to use your headphones? Just let Pressy rest in the special keychain and use the headphone button as Pressy. It all still works. Pressy even has an API, so developers can bring you more cool features. Pressy, the almighty button.
This is not the future I was promised. Wi-Fi routers are dumb machines, and they make us act like dumb people.
Have you tried unplugging it for 30 seconds?
Yes, we unplugged it. These machines worked just fine a decade ago when I only had 1 computer, but now my house has more connected devices than I can even count. I want a modern Wi-Fi network that's reliable and consistent wherever I am in the house. A network that's fast and secure. A network that keeps kids like my nephew out of harm's way. Enter Luma, an intelligent Wi-Fi system that actually delivers on the promise of fast, reliable internet. It surrounds you with Wi-Fi using technology that was previously only available to large companies. You put one here, another one there. Immediately, you're up and running. We call it surround Wi-Fi. Luma's smart enough to know things like what devices you're using, what networks are interfering, and where potential problem spots are. So it can make smart decisions to get you the fastest data everywhere. And of course, no network should be without a good security system. I can easily grant people access to my network and just as easily revoke it. And speaking of that, I can rest easy knowing that Luma has modern parental controls, so I can limit the kid to G-level websites and monitor to make sure he's not up to any shenanigans. I can even set time limits or pause the internet, like during dinner time.
Yay, awesome.
Here, go plug this in. I love you. Speed, safety, security. This is the future I was promised.
Bass is really the part of the music that connects you to the music physically. In a club, you get that big energy from a big sound system. If you put on the music the next day and you just have headphones on, you're just missing that part.
Whatever music you're listening to, it adds a physical element to it, which is something that you're totally missing normally in a home listening or on-the-go environment.
People are pushing the envelope of what they can get out of those big systems with the way that they make the music.
When we put the bass on someone's arm and we turn on the music, and as soon as the beat kicks in, they have this big smile on their face because it really pulls you into the music. You listen to it, but you can also feel it in your body.
Nice. It's just so intense. This song is going like more and more aggressive, sort of, on the bass, and you wouldn't think that, you know, at the same pace and at the, you know, the same intensity that the basslet would be able to match it, but it is.
It's pretty rad. So I can feel the kick drum, which is nice, and then like when the sustained bass notes come in, it's just like.
And I think that's really the power of it, is the ability to get that, you know, tactile, physical immersion that you get with like sub bass. And yeah, in the end, it was just fun. I didn't want to take it off, you know.
The basslet has very high fidelity. It matches exactly the waveform of the bass that we're trying to reproduce. For us, the main challenge was no technology existed that could do this in such a small size. So we had to create our own. You can differentiate between this melodic bass line and hard kicks. So even if the music is a melody and a kick in between, you can feel the difference.
The drums, you can actually kind of feel them. Like toms and kick and stuff. I felt a bit more like I was in the room with it.
Inside the basslet is amazing technology. We've built our own haptic engine, which takes up roughly half the space. We've got the other half, which is battery, to give a really long playtime. And we've managed to squeeze the electronics around the battery and the haptic engine. So there's hardly any room for the electronics, and it was a tough job to get it into this size.
The basslet is really designed as an everyday companion. You can hook it up to a smartphone, to a computer, you can hook it up to a laptop or a VR headset. You can really use it with anything that you would use for listening to music, for playing games or watching movies.
The basslet's designed to be really easy to use. You just plug and play, basically. There's no app to load, there's no software to configure.
Ideally, in the morning you leave the house, you put it on, you put in your headphones. When you commute to work, when you're at work, whenever you want to listen to music out and about, I think that's when the basslet comes in. Bass actually has a really powerful energizing impact on you. And I think it's going to be great when you're out about jogging or doing sports, that it really elevates you, it kind of activates you and keeps you going. One of the cool things about the basslet is that it hooks up to anything that has a headphone output. And so what I tried right away is hooking up to a synthesizer, and you play a bass line and suddenly you have that physical impact of bass. You can feel the beats of the music you're creating. And if you're a DJ, you can also use the basslet to get a sense of how the music will feel on a big sound system in a club.
As well as for music lovers, I'm really making the basslet for myself. I want to use it every day. And we're already at this stage and I'm really, really happy with that.
Music is certainly the most important content in people's lives. So whatever chance I have to make that experience better, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna jump on it. I wouldn't take it off.